We need our weed. I don't wear it, but we need it.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Mic check, mic check.
You know
What
what?
is good?
Let me hit that.
Is this thing on yet?
Really? I can handle it.
Am I talking good?
I am certain that you cannot. Oh, come on. I smoked a ton of weed in the 90s.
Did you guys smoke a
Right,
ton of weed in the
the
90s too? Well, let's get right to it. We're going to do a little bit of a continuation of the previous theme. You know, everybody hates the red pill. It's a pretty good show, if I say so myself. If I may be so bold. But I enjoyed it. I had a good time. And I think I confirmed a lot of, or at least some of my observations, my suspicions about the nature of the criticism. It's really more about the people than the wisdom, as it were. And I listened to I was listening to Sub Zero. He kind of did a follow up to his show, which was the show I was kind of commenting on. And it occurred to me that although there may be some quote toxic men, I don't even like using that word, but you know that's the word that was used. But although there may in fact be some quote toxic men, you know, there are bad boys out there in the world. You know, shame on those bad boys. They are not the main reason for men becoming red pilled. It is not because toxic males get on the internet and talk about women and hoes and money. That is not why young men are getting red pilled. The biggest reason for the red pilling of young men, believe it or not, it is in fact young women. Because the internet has broadened and flattened mass communication between random individuals, more men than ever are getting a raw, unbridled, unrefined look at female nature, and they're deciding, I don't really like these bitches.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
And really quickly, before we get going, big thank you to Brian with the $5 Venmo donation. If you haven't heard, our Cash App is frozen for the moment, so we can only accept donations through Venmo, or you can follow me on Rumble and support the show with a Rumble chat. But either way, thank you to Brian with the $5 Venmo.
I need that money.
So you are in a wheelchair, huh?
Yeah.
And you're a woman.
Yeah.
Damn. Talk about a double handicap. Sheesh. So what do? You just kind of ski boop around town? Is that what you do? You're just kind of like a Roomba that bleeds once a month?
Okay.
You bring a lot to the table, I can tell. Like your own chair. You do, that's and you have like an aura about you. I bet you light up every room that you go into, especially when you hit that thing in reverse and your taillights go on. Beep, beep. Real big bitch coming through. Watch your toes, fellas. So when you go to the gynecologist, do you go to a regular gynecologist? Do you go to like Jiffy Lube? I did notice that you are a redheaded woman as well. So I do want to ask, does the carpet match the rims that you got on? What's the protocol on that one? Stephanie Hawking, why don't you tell me that? What would you say is the hardest part about being a woman in a wheelchair? Besides having a parallel park, what would be the, I guess, second?
Yeah, listen. No apologies. No apologies. We are in the age of zero fucks. None are had and none are given. Fresh out of fucks to give. I gave away my last fucks to my baby mama, and I haven't seen her in a long time. All out of fucks to give.
Real bad bitches know how to cook.
Are you guys familiar with the cooking with Naya phenomenon? So apparently some little young cute thought with bouncy titties and a little shaky booty, she knows how to cook basic food like chicken and chicken. And so she cooks these delicious plates of like chicken and canned vegetables and shit. And she shakes her butt and she says a little thing, cooking with Naya. And it's tearing TikTok up. Got niggas on TikTok simping hard. And the bitches on TikTok hating really hard. I hear they shared some revenge porn of Naya. And I think did Naya actually get banned off of TikTok? Like, I'm hearing all kind of wild shit because, we are in the age of evil bitches. These bitches are so evil, they can't even let each other shine.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Real bad bitches know how to cook.
I be shaking up,
Cooking with Maya. Cooking with Maya. Cooking with Taryn. Tasty meals with Taryn.
Cooking with Ashley.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Yeah, they all be on the same wave. It's like they can't find anything new. They all find the exact same way to be unique, apparently. It's interesting. God, I love the internet.
And I think I want to get the strip. The spinach meal. That's a meal. All of this, what I'm going to order, you can do this to go.
To go?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then I'm going to get some for my 12-year-old because he eat like a man. So I get the fries. And then I might as well get us something to eat tomorrow.
Did you catch the shift in energies real quick?
Then I'm gonna get some for my 12-year-old because he eat like a man. So then I'm gonna get some for my 12-year-old because he eat like a man.
So in order to take this woman out, this grown black woman out, you have to effectively feed another grown man. Ain't that what these little niggas call a phantom tax? Is this like a blind date phantom tax? Like you gotta feed him, her, and another him? This is wild. The baby mama phantom tax.
And then I'm gonna get some for my 12-year-old because he eat like a man. So I get the fries. And then I might as well get us something to eat tomorrow. I ain't gonna feel like cooking.
Okay, now hold on for a minute. How much stuff did you just order? How much you got, ma'am? How much you got?
I have, so I already put in the wings. Those are going to come from here. And then I have a spinach dip.
Spinach dip to go.
Buffalo sandwich to go.
Buffalo sandwich to go. Chicken tenders to go.
Yeah, that's all I have. I got 3 children. You know that.
You got 3 children?
Yeah, so I'm going to order all them something.
Buffalo sandwich to go. Chicken tenders to go.
Yeah, that's all I have right now.
Question for the chat. Do children come from Houston? Is that a Texas thing? Because I know, up in New York City, we have children. We be having kids and shit. But I've heard a lot of Houston people say children. Do children come from Houston? What the fuck is children? I had no idea there was a U or an R right there at that spot. Children.
Like to go. You might as well.
I'm going to order all them something.
Buffalo sandwich to go. Chicken tenders to go.
Yeah, that's all I have right now.
That's a lot to go. You might as well go. That's too much. I can't. And this is our first date. Ain't something funny. This is our first date. I'm not taking care of your children. Am I crazy or she crazy? I mean, I'm just trying. Am I crazy or she crazy?
She's not trying to get it.
Don't drag the white girl into this. She has a job. She's probably a Mexican, actually. Don't drag her into this. Maria's chilling.
Hey, y'all supposed to take care of the children.
I'm not
Look, I don't care, man. Where you from? Look, I'm so sorry. We need to talk about it. We need a timeout. Keep the other stuff we ordered, but we're going to time out on the 15th to go order. I didn't know you had kids. You didn't tell me you had kids.
Wow. It's a lot of kids. A lot of motherfucking children. That's a lot of motherfucking children.
Okay, we listen, but we don't judge. Yes.
I listen and I judge. I don't TikTok trend. I don't do those challenges. Fuck that shit.
Okay, we listen, but we don't judge. Yes, I had my first child at 13. I got pregnant at 13. Then I had another one at 15. Then popped another one at 16. Then 17. Then 18.
5 times.
19 and so on. Yes, I have 7 kids. I'm not ashamed of it. From 7 different men.
A clean 7x7?
And I'm currently pregnant right now with my 8th child.
Come on, bitch.
And that's by my food stamp plug. That helps me get $3,000 a month in food.
Baby,
She got knocked up by the food stamp plug. See, this is the type of shit that make a black man hate the government like the white man. You got knocked up by the food stamp plug. You literally getting fucked by the government. Actually, it's not getting fucked. You are making love to the government.
tripping, but the food stamp plug is just Uncle Sam, right? What are we talking about here? I have so many unanswered questions.
Oh, yes. I mean, I was young, but I don't care.
She was young. Baby girl, you are 20. And you old.
I don't care. I love 7 kids. And I'm going to continue to have.
Yes, these bitches be old at 20. They don't even be old enough to drink and they be old already. Fuck's going on around here?
More.
She finna be a whole 8x8. This nigga that work at the food stamp office is the 8th baby dad. I'm not gonna be the second guy in a train, much less an 8th baby father.
I know it's probably not what you want to hear.
So you're having a baby. You're planning on keeping it?
Oh, no, I did not mean to press that. Wait a minute. She was having a baby. And she was planning on keeping it. She has to tell us to her, doll. Let's listen to what Adar says.
I know it's probably not what you want to hear.
So you're having a baby. You're planning on keeping it?
Yeah.
Oh my. Natasha, you stupid little girl.
Dad, I'm not a little kid. I'm coming here as an adult to tell you. I want you to try and be supportive.
You don't appreciate me speaking to her. Jordan?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this is a British, maybe an Irish family. I'm not gonna go too ham. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go a little ham on the racial because I know this stings a little bit. I know. Oh man, it's bad enough you got knocked up by your black boyfriend. He's a fucking simp too. Oh, you just had to out here fucking the worst of niggas. Like Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, just fucking the worst of niggas. You just, of all the black men, you had to find the simp. You gonna really tell me in my house how to talk to my daughter that you've been skeeting all over? Nigga, see, once upon a time, motherfucker would have got lynched for some shit like this. You can't just be knocking up my little white daughter and then come into my house and tell me how to talk to this little bitch after you done skeeted in her. Hey, get the rope, Jethro. Get the rope.
I know it's probably not what you want to hear.
So you're having a baby. You're planning on keeping it?
Yeah.
Oh my. Natasha, you stupid little girl.
Dad, I'm not a little kid. I'm coming here as an adult to tell you. I want you to try and be supportive.
You don't appreciate me speaking to her. Jordan?
Yeah.
In about 2 seconds' time, I'm going to tell you to get out of my house.
Dad, I've come here as well.
Ever tell me how I can speak to my daughter or not.
Dad, we're trying
when
to...
your daughter comes to you in a few years' time, if you have a daughter, if this circus goes ahead, if she comes to you in a few years' time, whilst living at your house, to tell you that a boyfriend that she's been seeing for 2 months who hasn't got a job.
This is why a lot of the white people in Europe are going Islamic, outside of all the other shit. Because, we need a system that has rules for bitches. And they won't let us be Christian no more. So they're going Islam now. I'm with you, Free Zone. Get the stones, Abdul. Get the rocks, man. Fuck that. Honor killing.
I'm going to have a baby under your roof. Then I will tell you you're entitled to talk to your daughter however you damn please.
Dad, I'm trying to tell you.
Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. Ooh, I'm gonna keep this nigga's baby. Yeah, keep the nigga, baby. Ooh, she gonna keep a nigga, baby. Yeah, Papa don't preach. She keeping niggas babies. Papa don't preach. Keeping niggas babies. So this is Travis Hunter. This is that young kid, Travis Hunter. This is his girlfriend.
He doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside partying, and then take us home. He never tried to be oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't, be able to drink. He doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside partying, and then take us home. He never tried to be oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends.
Found another simp. He used to sit outside in the car while she was in the house partying and drinking. Oh, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. Modern women, I tell you.
So, baby, let me just address something because what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna tolerate them disrespect on this internet. You heard me. At the end of the day, y'all don't understand what real love is, baby. One thing about a real man gonna stick by his woman no matter what. You heard me? That's real unconditional love, baby. So what y'all not gonna do? Y'all not gonna disrespect me or my man. He stood by my side, baby. And even when I got married to this other dude, he stayed there. I had a baby with the dude, he stayed there. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm at a point in my life where I see how much this man loves and values me because he waited. Everything we went through, we got through. And I realized I have a king on my arms, you heard me? So y'all not gonna play with my man. Ain't nothing about him a simp, baby. I have a king and I'm gonna do right from here on out. So, baby, let me just address something because what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to tolerate them disrespect on this internet. You heard me? At the end of the day, y'all don't understand what real love is, baby. One thing about a real man gonna stick by his woman no matter what. You heard me? That's real unconditional love, baby. So what y'all not gonna do? Y'all not gonna disrespect me or my man. He stood by my side, baby. And even when I got married to this other dude, he stayed there. I had a baby with the dude, he stayed there. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm at a point in my life where I see how much this man loves and values me because he waited. Everything we went through, we got through. And I realized I have a king on my arms, you heard me? So y'all not gonna play with my man. Ain't nothing about him a simp, baby. I have a king and I'm gonna do right from here on out. So
to make light of the situation, but in the moment, you know, you were crying. And I get obviously what attracts you to this. I'm not gonna be patronizing in these questions. It's money and it's fame. You know, these are demonic possessions. You know what people will do for this sort of attention. You're getting a lot of it right now because you've, you know, done something. You're saying you're going to do something that no person has done and sleep with 1,000 people in one day. But how do you ignore what you felt after that and how you felt after that and just put on a happy face and pretend that it's normal when it so clearly was not? Like, you clearly were traumatized by the experience.
I personally don't think I was traumatized. I chose to do this. This was something that I wanted to do. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it was fucking easy, but I don't think I was traumatized from it at all. I think as well, obviously, from what you might have seen from the documentary, like a lot, the good points I talked about was also very much cut out. You know, at the end of the day, they're there to tell a narrative. And that's kind of the narrative that they went for, is like, this seems like a sad girl, you know, and I don't want people to pity me or feel sorry for me. This is what I chose to do.
Right, but why were you crying? Are you saying these were happy tears?
No, I was extremely overwhelmed. Like, it was very intense. And yeah, I mean, the experience was obviously, like, we had like an hour conversation after, and obviously when he started probing me about some experiences in it, it was, you know, it brought up some tears. I'm a very emotional girl, so I cry a lot.
Yeah, wait, really quick. I'm trying to think.
Upbringing didn't do this. You know, it led me to this choice in life, but you don't seem to have recognized your mother's abuse in this, which is quite alarming to me. So I'm just curious about your relationship with her.
I mean, my parents definitely don't describe having as, what did you say? Sorry, abusive or
violating?
I don't think it's abusive. I think your daughter being violated 100 times by strangers is abusive.
So my parents don't describe it as being violated. They don't really see it in that way. They know I've always been very liberal, and to be honest, my parents, they don't necessarily, they're not coaching me into it. They're not telling me, please keep having these people at all. They're not, you know, they're not really exactly, I wouldn't really say like supportive, but at the end of the day, they love me. And what is it going to do if they disown me, stop talking to me? That would only cause more heartache. So they see it from a standpoint of, you know, my mum does like my finances because she wants to help me. You know, they just want to do what they can to help. It's not so much like if they disown me tomorrow, like, I think that would just make everyone more upset.
Are you giving your mom a cut?
I'm not arguing that they should disown you. I mean, I understand like a mother's love for their child. I'm saying that it is unnatural for your mother to be counting the finances that you're earning from having 100 strangers violate you on the internet for cash, you know? And that is the part that there's just no way to normalize that. There's no way to normalize that. I'm a parent. There's no way, like I have a daughter, and the idea of being involved in that, like, it's not saying that if she goes down that path, that you're not going to be there and pray and hope that, she changes and speak to her about that and say, I'm always going to love you. But I view it as predatory, parental behavior. And I don't think it's fair to even describe it as my parents are liberal. I mean, I'm obviously not a liberal, I'm a conservative, but none of my liberal friends, liberal family members, their parents would view this also as demonic, whether they have faith or not. They would just say, what parent would want that for their child? Because your mother is old enough to understand what the implications are for your future. You already comprehend what the futures are, making it. I get that you turn everything into a joke. I think you do that really to protect yourself as an armor. I don't think you actually think it's funny, but to recognize that like you're a beautiful young girl, and you're never going to have the prospects. You're not going to have a man that wants to have a family with you because they're going to see you as damaged goods. Your mother partaking in that, just so you know, is a form of abuse. It is. It's abusive.
I personally don't see it as that. I mean, my mum's just trying to help me. But what then would you suggest my mother does?
Try to talk you out of it. Like a mom. This mom is supposed to guide their children when they're doing decisions like that and say, listen, I understand you may think this is that, or you may think it's this way, but you're a beautiful young girl. You have your entire future ahead of you. You have two parents that love you. You could marry a man and raise children and have a happily ever after. Or you could be the girl who everyone knows who can't have a child that goes to school.
That was such a bad move for Candace, caping for this whole, like, everybody wants to save the hoes. I don't know what this Christian impulse to save the hoes is all about. There's something really deeply psychologically profound happening here. Jesus didn't die on the cross so that we may save the hoes. Anyway.
If I should laugh or laugh even harder.
Speaking of hoes and Jesus,
hilarious.
Here's another.
So number one, I have no idea.
Here's another one. You guys remember Nala?
Anyway, somebody said this to me, and I'm crying laughing over this.
She used to be a hoe, but she loves Jesus now.
Know if I should laugh or laugh even harder because this is absolutely hilarious to me. So number one, I have no idea who this woman is. Her name is Laura Loomer. Anyway, somebody said this to me and I'm crying laughing over this. These OnlyFans girls can pray their slutty behavior away all they want. They will never be respectable no matter how much they cry to God. Praying to be a respectable person doesn't work once you do sex work. It's best that we shun women like this from society forever. I think I honestly find this so funny because it's like, once again, another person is trying to act holier than I am when you are not even willing to put out your own personal details of your life, as in like the things you struggled with, the shame that you've borne because of the things that you have done in your life. However, I am fully well aware of all the things that I'm putting out on the internet because I want other people to see that like, hey, listen, I could not take away my own sin. God sent his son to die on the cross, a perfect lamb to cover the debt that I owed. That is as simple as it gets. A negative does not count.
Listen, just because Jesus died for you doesn't mean I have to love you now. That was a 1-for-1 between you and him. I got nothing to do with me and my rationale. When you die, you make it to heaven, you settle up with Jesus. For right now, I'm going to look at you funny and I got these jokes.
Cancel out a positive. That is why God sent his son in human form to save us. So it's like, number one, are we Amish too? Like, why are we shunning? Like, number one, you've never had a conversation with me in real life or on the internet. And the difference, again, is the fact that I wear my shame on the outside. I am not afraid of others to literally see me for who I am. But the people like you who continue to call me by my sin is exactly what the devil does. So keep it up by all means. By all means, I'm going to continue spreading the word of God and what God did for me. I am in no way a prophet, an apostle, a disciple. I am just here to share the good news. The good news is what Christ did in my life by radically saving me. So continue to judge. I don't care. There are so many out there like you, Laura. So many. And I truly hope that one day you can find Christ. You can experience the love of God that I did at the level I did, because none of us are perfect.
She's Christian Barbie. I see it now. She is Christian Barbie. She comes with her own Malibu multi-denominational faith church. in a used Volkswagen van so she can deliver hot meals to the homeless. It's Christian Barbie.
Absolutely none of us, and least of all me. So maybe that is why you're judging me, because you never did sex work. But believe it or not, that's not the worst sin. All sin is something that separates you from Christ. So go through your life really quick in your head before you get to Judgment Day and think about the things that you have done and said, even on social media, that have separated you from Christ. Because that is the scary part about it. Not judging me. You can judge me all you want. I do not care, my girl. I do not care. But take the plank out of your own eye before you try to help somebody with a plank in theirs. God bless.
A girl who used to literally wash skeet out of her eye is telling you about planks in your own eye. Like, okay. To be fair, I will check for planks in my eye if you check for remaining skeet. All right? We'll do it side by side to keep everybody honest, right? We'll do it side by side. No cheating. I'm going to remove the plank from my eye, and you get like a washcloth and some warm water, and you remove the skeet from behind your eyeball, because, you know, I hear it accumulates in like the little pockets and shit. It's like behind. You kind of got to like stick your little finger in there with the rag, like stick it in there and kind of get around the curve a little bit. It's there. Trust me. It's there. It's still there. That's what that smell is. Yeah. That's what that smell is.
What's up? I'm a stud. I like girls, but I think I'm finna start dating men. And let me tell you why. So I've been out here dating, and I just find that I date a lot of these femmes, and it seems like they looking for a parent instead of a partner, bro. Like, and I love spoiling my women. I love paying for stuff. I love taking them on dates and getting them flowers and make sure they're good in every way, make sure they're safe, opening the door for them, all that. I love that stuff. But it seems like I can't get any spoiling in return. Nobody wants to play that role. I'm getting girls flowers, taking them on these crazy dates, and, you know, them real good, you know, at the end of the night, make sure they get home safe, getting them all of this and getting nothing in return. Like, I don't know if girls are fake gay, but they don't even want to, like, they don't even want to F back. Like, they
even the studs is out here mad. Even the studs is out here. Listen, don't nobody stunt like a stud. Yo, I hear the studs out here got they girlfriend's kids calling them daddy now. Don't nobody simp like the stud, bro. And that shit is crazy, because even the studs is out here like, yo, why these bitches treating me like this? I'm doing a joint, hitting it with the long thumb when I'm out here like, what the fuck is going on? Here giving testimonials like, we got to do something. The game up. It's hard out here for a stud, man. Goddamn.
don't even want to back. Like, am like, what? I be trying to ask girls, like, are you gay for real? Like, are you gay? Because you act like, you know what I'm saying? It even come down to the conversation. I be carrying the conversation, asking them questions, figuring out what they like and what they don't like. And they don't ask nothing back. Like, and I asked this one girl, like, why don't you ask nothing about me? And she said, I'm just trying to see for myself. What? Like, if I'm paying for everything, I'm doing all the transportation, I'm initiating everything, the least you could do is a little or something, or bring me some flowers, walk to the gas station, give me a bag of chips. I'm not asking for a lot, but it seems like I am, because I can't get anything out these girls, you know. And not everything is about this, but if you're not finna do this and make sure that I'm satisfied, then you have to pay for something. You're gonna have to pull up. You're gonna have to give me something, some blunts, some alcohol or something. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, you rolling up every once in a while ain't even enough no more. It's not enough. Like, I need the full experience the same way that I'm giving you. And I just feel like with a man, like, he's automatically expected to do things, put stuff in motion, pay for stuff, all of that stuff. And I know if I had a boyfriend, I would reciprocate his energy and treat him really well because I already have that in me as a masculine presented person. And honestly, I'm not even masculine. Like, I'm kind of STEM. Like, I'm kind of STEM. I like to switch it up. Like, I like to be masked most of the time, but I will put on some lashes and a cute outfit and everything like that. So that part of me ain't feeling the not getting nothing in return. It just got me like overwhelmed, and as a giver, I need me a giver, and maybe I just haven't found her yet, but it's making me think like maybe I'm on the wrong side, because at least I know with a man I'm supposed to get some type of spoiling, because right now I'm not getting nothing, and it's making me want to switch. So anybody that's out there,
bro,
let me know if I'm tripping. Studs, am I out there? Y'all feeling like let me know if I'm tripping, bro.
These bitches confused, man. They all confused about all kinds of shit. This is what I mean. You start listening too much, then you start getting red pilled. If you actually start to listen too much, you will become red pilled. It's nothing you can do, because you're just gonna hear them talk, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, this is really what they be on. This the shit they be doing. Like, nah, this can't be real. They have rights. They have rights." So fucking what, man?
I'm on E and we late. She want me to stop at Chick-fil-A so she can use the bathroom. I say, well, we can go, because we late and I gotta get some gas. You can go, I'm going to a new gas station, you can go use the restroom. She throws a fit because I won't make a extra stop so she can go use whatever bathroom she wants to use. Forget that you making me late. Forget that I gotta get gas and I can say we can do one stop. No, she made that a big issue. And guess what the women did? That's your lady. You supposed to stop and you supposed to take her to a nice, pretty bathroom. I said, oh, so these women narcissistic. If you think that somebody is the stronger person, since you look at me as a man, because these women are not looking at me as a woman, because the way I carry myself, the way I speak, my assertiveness, these women look at me as a man. So they treat me like one.
Right.
So in their mind, I was supposed to bend over backwards and take her to a special a special place to use the bathroom. To hell with me making a logical decision to do a one-stop shop so we can get on the road. I was the villain then. You're a narcissist. You're a narcissist. Why didn't you take your girlfriend to go use that bathroom? Wow. I say, so this is what they dealing with?
Yes.
This?
Yes.
I say, I'm not getting no relationship to be no doggone slave and to cater to no egos, because women, we supposed to be working together. We supposed to be carrying an equal load.
Today, I passed half my life expectancy. A bitch is old today, but I've been told I still got good pussy. So shout out to all my old bitches, and shout out to all my young bitches. Shout out to all my pretty bitches, and shout out to all my not so pretty bitches. A bitch is old today, and I'm shouting hoo ha hooray. A bitch is old today, but I made it here gratefully.
Okay, we listen and we don't judge. Yes, I have 7 kids, and I am currently pregnant right now with my 8th child. 7
Baby daddies and another one. I got 8 baby daddies. Yes, we're getting 3K in food stamps. Yes, we are killing it, honey. We are killing it. No, I'm not ashamed. I've been a mom since age 14. I got pregnant at age 14 with my first child. I've been doing this by myself and getting help from the government. Why not get help from the government? I'm a single parent. I'm a single mother out here raising these kids by myself. So, yes, all of them on child support. So, I'm getting all those child support checks and I'm getting my 3K in food stamps. I have a food stamp plug that helps me. Yes, a food stamp plug that helps me get 3K a month. And he works in the office. So, yeah, don't judge me. That's it. We all go through things, just don't judge me.
Eco-anxiety is an environmental justice issue that disproportionately impacts Black youth. Let's talk about it. According to the American Psychological Association, eco-anxiety is defined as a chronic fear of environmental doom, and that may include feelings of worry, guilt, shame, despair, and even hope. However, just as the climate crisis doesn't impact people and communities the same, neither does eco-anxiety. When we fully understand the relationship between social determinants of mental health and climate change, we begin to understand that the nature of a person's eco-anxiety is also informed by systemic factors that exacerbate the ways that it's felt and addressed. Communities of color, and particularly Black ones, are more vulnerable than white ones to sea level rise, wildfire, and heat waves linked to climate change. Black youth are more likely to reside in hotter regions that trap and radiate heat, have the highest asthma rates in the country, and are increasingly more likely to experience mental health illness, all while having fewer avenues to really access often life-saving resources, whether it be access to affordable healthcare or access to green space like tree canopy cover that can help mitigate extreme heat. When we couple contributing factors to mental health like poverty rates and white supremacy with generally worse exposure to environmental hazards and the climate crisis, we begin to understand how a racialized difference in eco-anxiety can emerge. And yet, in the midst of all of these disparities, Black youth continue to be sidelined and decentered in mainstream conversations around eco-anxiety, which really distinguishes this whole conversation as an environmental injustice. Because for Black youth, eco-anxiety isn't just a fear of having children in a climate future, it's also coupled with the fear of having children in an anti-Black world, period. In a world already failing to address a Black maternal health crisis, let alone a climate crisis.
So tell me something. I can cook for you. I can clean for you. I can raise your kids. I can tell you how so much soul comes from me. That's the reason why you taste it in my food, but you can't vote for me. I can't lead you, but yet I can guide you, but you can't vote for me. I can tell you how to fast and flash, and you can be the next thing like me. Everybody says you like me, but you ain't nothing like me. But yet and still, you get your clothing, your children get the understanding, they get the slang and the lane, but you can't even vote for me. But I can cry out tears for the bad boys that lay down on the streets. I can tell you how to raise your kids right, and I can tell you how to have a fight because you ain't got no fight like I got. But you can't vote for me. I can walk into a room, be the biggest thing there without even having to talk. I can tell you how to get your mind together without even having to give you a real thought. I can lay process on you so you can process your own. I can lead you. I can guide you. But I can't run a country for you. And yet you wonder why you're living in destruction. Wonder why our kids are not eating. Why is it that every time I turn around, the food gets higher, but yet the goods get lower? I can't understand how you can't let a woman run it. But you can let me tell you what to do. Help me understand how I can tell you what to do. I can give you guidance. I can lead you, but you can't even vote for me for your freedom mentally. I'm more than just something for you to understand. I am present, and I'm trying to help you have a present so your future can be everlasting. But you rather be in the dark because you believe what propaganda want to tell you, because you rather listen to the TV than open a book. And help me understand why Black women are the most educated on this planet, but you won't vote for me. Help me understand how Black women lead the most in jobs, but you won't vote for me. Black women lead as single mothers, having every time they have to break their backs when their child says that they need something, even though they don't have anything left to give. But yet and still, we give until we can't. You take until you take. You take until you can't take anymore, and then you tell me to pray. You give me God instead of giving me protection. How come every time that I have to walk around, I got to walk around just to make sure I'm safe? I got to take a double take because every time I walk around, I can't feel safe. I can't be protected because Black men want to hate me because I don't want to tolerate their BS and their foolery. But yet and still, you want me to save you, but you won't even let me because you won't even vote for me.
God.
And I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't. And that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God. And that was wrong. And I hope that they can forgive me. And I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't. And that was wrong.
They have rights. They have rights. So fucking what, man?
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. But what's a testimony without a test of faith? So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online. But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women. So I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated look the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a Black man who was a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me. And he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. So no, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things. But that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being. And that's why we're together. And that's why we're still together to this day. So that's that. Okay, the next clip was at the game after they just won like their last game. People thought I was upset with him celebrating with cheerleaders. I don't know where that came from because he never celebrated with cheerleaders. So that I don't know where that started, but that's not what I said. But what y'all didn't see before the clip, me and him were talking. We had already interacted. I had already said congratulations. I had already kissed him over the fence that we couldn't get through. So the real reason why I was mad is because the security, and you can ask any of the family members who was actually there, they didn't want no one to storm the field. So they had 1,000 security people holding everyone back. But the people in the field were like, let the family down. Like the family can come down. So everyone was going back and forth. I was arguing with the security guard because he wouldn't let no family through. But they let the cheerleaders on the opposing team get through the fences. So I was like, so when I finally got down to the field, that's why I told Travis, like he had already seen it. I had already congratulated him. We had already spoke, got on the field. And then that I was upset because I had just finished arguing with somebody. And then what y'all don't see after 5-second clip is right after that, I let it go. I was like, you know what, like celebrate. We took pictures. We were with our families. And then we went to his meet and greet, had another wonderful event there. That's all that happened in that. That was literally that. Nothing. It was not deeper than anyone made it out to be. And yeah. Next clip, the Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here or do you want me to go with the family or do you want me to come with you? Because what y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like what? And he was like, you could do what you want. Like you could sit there, you can go shop, you can come to the hotel, you can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy because it's not what happened.
So you married?
I'm going through a divorce.
What happened with that?
Basically, my husband stopped meeting my expectations.
What you mean?
So when I met him, when I met my husband, I told him what I expect from a man. The number one rule with being with me is you have to provide. I won't settle for anything less. So my husband ended up losing his job.
He had a job?
Yeah,
where he worked
he
at?
had a job. He was a manager at a
Put
warehouse.
the mic in so these people can hear you. He was a manager at the warehouse?
He was a manager at a warehouse.
Okay.
So he ended up losing his job. He came home and he told me, I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So a month went by and he looked for me to pay the bills. Who paying what bills? So I was going to consider it if he gave me the money back for paying the bills. And he told me no. He felt like he shouldn't have to do that. What do you mean? When I told you as a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills as long as I got a husband. None. If you can hear.
He probably happy you gone, though.
I'm sure he missed me.
A headache? That would be a headache for me. Like, I know I just lost my job. What if he lied? You know, niggas do that. Like, I just lost my job, baby, to test. But what is he doing now?
That's childish. Like, what you testing me for? That's childish.
I'm saying to see what I got. Now I see what I got.
If you asked me to be your wife, you knew what you had.
Nah, I ain't thinking I now lose my job from the warehouse and they gonna do that.
I mean, but you knew what it was.
So
Like you knew what it was. I told you who I want from the beginning, and you still asked me to be your wife.
oh, you told him that if he loses his job, you gonna throw it away?
I didn't tell him that, but I told him
What you
like
tell him?
you are to provide, and I told him, baby, your money is my money, and my money is my money. And so he didn't have any more money, and that was a problem for me.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help Black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.